Okay, so here we have another cult on the internet, and I've already done a video and a blog about the Rick Ross cult, and now I'm going to be doing an overview here of the cult called The Plan. In the description box I will place the link where you can see the discussion taking place for yourself, and I will show you how this cult used specific brainwashing techniques on their members within the use of specific words, specific emotion generators, specific placement of words and sentences where they know that if you place information a specific way, thus you are assuming the information yourself, but by placing it in such a way that you're going to create a mystery and an unanswered question within the placement of the information, it is going to generate suspicion and doubt in the other members, and therefore their inclination, because they're already participating in this cult, their tendency to be brainwashed is so prevalent that they're going to take what the suspicion that you are generating in the placement of your words, and they're going to believe the information, and they are going to get hyped up then into generating more suspicion and doubt. And this is how these cults function. Basically what the members of the cult do, the founder members, is they will place specific words and sentences to create hysteria, to create doubt, to create fear in people about other people. And they will use misinformation to get that effect in people. And this is how they eventually brainwash their members. So here the specific post that I'm referring to is where they are discussing the group called Destiny. And here they are, I'm going to go to each post that stands out specifically to show you the techniques that the group use. So first of all here, we have a member called Jackie D, who goes and places information where he has done his best to take down the group Destiny. And basically what he did is, he was the one who was responsible, he claims, for going to the host, the internet host of Destiny, and having, convincing Hetzner that they had to remove Destiny due to providing false information about the content of our website. So he then goes on to providing bank details, which he gets from various pages on our website, and in the hopes that this will prove that Destiny is involved in some money-making scam. So if you go and you take somebody's banking details from their website or a page that they provide, and you place the banking details, this, according to them, is evidence that the person is busy with a money-making scam, because they say here, here's a list of their bank accounts. As you can see, that it in itself is rather dodgy. How is it dodgy that people have bank accounts, first of all? Okay, so then he goes on to describe the history of how Destiny de Wet and Bernard Pullman met. So the fact that Destiny here describes how she met Bernard, how they started their business together, that Destiny was in a relationship, the relationship ended, and she started her relationship with Bernard. This is again an example of how the cult members here are using everyday experiences that normal people would have. They've probably, the members on this forum have had these experiences themselves, but they are misrepresenting the information on this particular forum to create a hype within the people who are reading it, changing the information and the content of the information so that it is all of a sudden very mysterious and very suspicious how these two people got into a relationship. Then they go on to referring to information about that some de Wet person had a bankruptcy case, and Bernard Pullman had some insolvency estate, and that this in itself is grounds for accusing the group called Destiny that they are busy with some world annihilation, child abusing, woman abusing cult. Okay, so the fact that they've gone and dug up some information somewhere. They cannot even prove that it is actually the members who are involved with Destiny. Half the time they are saying, oh look, here's somebody who has the surname De Wet, who is the same surname as one of the founding members of Destiny. So again, misrepresenting information to create doubt, to create fear in people, to deliberately generate hate in people on this website. So then the next person here goes on to indicate that I've heard that they were chased off YouTube, then Vimeo, and I had planned on letting the next host know about this history of multi-marketing. So this person goes on to admit, and he's called Deadpool, and he's one of the major players here on this forum, where he assists in brainwashing everybody by taking pieces of information and making more out of it than what it is. So he is here admitting that he is initiating harmful actions against the group Destiny by actually encouraging other groups who have involvement with Destiny through the misrepresentation of information, as I'm indicating to you here, because all they need to do is they need to say to a hosting company or to a group that is involved with Destiny, oh, this is what these people are actually saying within the material that they represent. And because there are existing laws that they can play on, and because there's fear-mongering, and because you just need to use words like Hitler and Nazi, and other groups are prone to believing it for the sake of not themselves having to end up in trouble, such as the case of YouTube. These members are admitting that they were involved in an action due to false flagging on YouTube to get Destiny Productions removed. So they themselves were participating in a false action to get a group removed. The next person here, called Calico Cat, very fascinating, has a little picture of Stop Animal Abuse with a little kitten. And this person goes and says, due to your location, have you learned of any abuse done to the members of that farm? There was a video removed by YouTube that seems to indicate a rape and killing of a woman. Any validity to this? Now, that video that we uploaded was specifically done because we received daily mails of people saying that we abuse people on the farm. So, of course, we are not afraid to laugh in the face of complete self-brainwashing. And these people on the internet did this to themselves. They already brainwashed themselves with the fear of what is a cult, what is not a cult, and they looked at certain key aspects of what we were doing as a group, where we were speaking up against world abuse, and we were straight, getting to the point, and saying that religion is abuse, the family system as it currently is abuse, ascension is abuse, culture is abuse, anything currently in this world is founded on the principle of ego and on the principle of making money to serve the rich, and therefore everything that exists currently does not take into consideration all beings on this planet equally to actually support the human being to become more effective. Everything exists currently to bully the human being into fitting into the current system. And we point those things out. And then from the beginning, there were groups that had a big problem with what we did. So they would pick up on key points and shout, cult, cult, you're a cult. So, of course, what did we do? We made a funny video starring myself where we filmed us torturing and kidnapping and killing people. Just to show who on the internet was extremely brainwashed by themselves. And we uploaded these videos. Obviously, each video contained the people who had been killed in the previous video were being killed again in the next video, or were the killers. Obviously, we did this to indicate how brainwashed somebody has to be to not even notice that from one video to the next video, the exact same people are there. And you know what happened? Exactly as we suspected. The people went up in arms and said, this is proof that this cult is killing people. Oh my God, look at what they are doing. It was hilariously funny. I mean, the comments that were coming in were, how dare you do this to these people? I wonder if the authorities know about this. I'm going to tell the authorities. And how can the authorities allow you to post this video on YouTube? Why are they not taking you down? Well, first of all, YouTube allows soft porn. YouTube allows videos of children beating themselves up and each other up. YouTube allows video of extensive fight clubs. So let's not get started on what YouTube will allow and what YouTube will not allow. I mean, YouTube, as the big group that it is currently, would not even exist if it wasn't for sensationalism and wasn't for the fact that they allowed violence and pornography and sex on their own website. So please don't make it out as if YouTube actually stands up for anything, or that YouTube in any way represents what is decent or what is fair, because they only work on what people want to see. So if people use false flagging to remove a group, they will remove a group. But if everybody on YouTube agrees, as it is currently, that soft porn is alright and videos of people fighting is fine, then it's fine. Then YouTube will allow it. They themselves don't stick to their own community guidelines. They won't go about scanning videos and making sure that videos get removed. I mean, myself as the user, if I come across 10 to 20 to 50 soft porn videos just in doing random searches on YouTube, then why can they themselves not have a committee of people responsible for removing this trash? Why? Because sex sells, violence sells. This is what the kids and the people want to watch that are watching YouTube. Therefore, YouTube in itself is a cult where people get to come and watch their secret nasty mind backchat, secret mind desires and fantasies, and lie about why they are actually on YouTube. Oh, it's a fun community place we get to watch videos. Really? What people are really watching is represented in what YouTube is really allowing, and that through false flagging groups that work with establishing equality so that everybody can have food and a place to live, those groups get flagged, false flagged, and get removed. So let's continue here with this this forum thread here. So Deadpool, again, using extensive brainwashing techniques to create confusion and fear in people, will go, have you seen this picture of Bernard, the leader, and Daryl, the Fallout guy, where Bernard is giving the finger to the camera? Would love to know more about this encounter. By this encounter, what this Deadpool is trying to encourage within people is creating an idea that something happened between Bernard and the cameraman. That this encounter perhaps existed because a cameraman got onto the farm and tried to take pictures of Bernard, the cult leader, and that Bernard turned around and pulled his finger at this person. No, it was actually a visitor on the farm, and we were playing around with the cameras, and Bernard had said, I don't want the main focus becoming about me. I want it to be about all the people who use the tools of destiny. They can have their pictures and their videos on the internet. I don't want it becoming about me, because in the past it has always become about the leader, the guru, and then people make more out of the person who walked the tools first and then was able to present it and form a bigger group that represent the tools. It always becomes about people making more out of that person than what is necessary, and he did not want this. He has made it very clear in his interviews and information that we have placed on the internet that he didn't want it becoming about him. So of course the joke was that when this person took a photo of him for their own personal collection, because they were visiting the farm, he pulled his finger at the camera. A joke, but again, these people are using this information to brainwash everybody else on this thread through fear to believe something that is not relevant.